Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here, and today we're gonna be reacting to 10 signs your parents are making you depressed. I know this is a completely different reaction video that I had, but I kind of want to talk about this a little bit about depressing, obviously, because I kind of experienced that. Well, not kind of, but I did experience that, especially right now because college is starting next month, and I'm not happy about that. I really not. I don't want to do this. If you guys actually watch my college bored me video, and it's only the beginning, you guys can watch that. And if you guys actually check that out, I actually mentioned that again, like I said, that I don't really want to do college. I think college is boring and it does make me depressed. And it is something related to my parents, because my parents are the one who forced me to go to college, that forced me to get a degree and all that kind of stuff, which I'm gonna get to that pretty soon when this video is gonna end. And of course, it says the 10 signs, so I'm pretty sure there is gonna be some like points and all that kind of stuff. So a little heads up, guys. I think there's gonna be a lot of pausing, because I feel like if I is this video gonna deliver like 10 signs, on obviously on the video. I don't think I'm gonna review one of them at the time when the video ends. I'm probably gonna forget some of them, so I'm really sorry about that. So that's why I decided to, if we actually made a point in this one, like 1 point, 2 point, and all that kind of stuff, then I'm probably gonna be pause a lot, because it's probably gonna deliver like 1 point, and then I pause the video and I talk about it, what's going on. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pausing in this reaction video, so apologize in advance for that. So yeah, sorry for that, guys. Without further ado, let's just get into the video, shall we?
Are you miserable or depressed when you're around your parents? When battling depression, it's important you have a strong support system. And that includes having a supportive family. But it can be difficult when it's your parents that are causing some of the trauma you're trying to undo. Here are 10 signs your parents are making you depressed.
Okay, here we go.
1. They hold you back from your dreams. Do your parents try to make that decision for you without considering how you feel? Do you feel as if you have to sacrifice
Yeah,
your happiness to please them?
kind of.
If so, you might end up resenting them. It's important you have the freedom to choose your own path and decide what you want to do with your
Yes,
life.
exactly.
2.
Hang on. Like I said, there's gonna be like 1, 2, and all that kind of stuff, and I'm probably gonna pause a lot, so I'm really sorry. Um, so yeah, my parents kind of hold back on my dreams. Well, kinda. I would say kinda, because again, they let me do this YouTube thing. My dad bought a camera, even though again he's actually using my money, and he also bought a microphone for this YouTube channel. So I'm really glad for that. And I don't exactly know if he bought this microphone using his money or my money. Again, I don't exactly have a job, but I did have some saved, because I rarely used them in my younger days, when I was a teenager. So there is some of them, not a lot, but some of them. But it was enough to buy a camera, thankfully. So I don't know if he bought this microphone, if he actually using his own money or my money, But they kind of hold back my dreams, I guess, in some way, because I don't know, my mom, especially my mom. My mom never actually took me, doing YouTube very seriously. He actually thinking that, well, he's just doing YouTube for hobbies and all that. And this just make me sad, because I kind of want to do this. I want to do YouTube full time, to be honest. And I feel like I can do it. If I just being consistent, just being enough with the quality and all that kind of stuff, and of course with you guys supporting me, I feel like I can do this. I have the power to do this. But at the same time, I need my parents' support. Let's be real here. Um, it can just be me, the whole time. My dad, well, he kind of like support me for the most part, because he actually encouraged me, like, improve your video, son, improve your video quality, son. I was like, yeah, I will, dad, thank you. But at the same time, he kind of forced me to do college, which I really don't like that. My mom, on the other hand, wow, she just didn't take any of this seriously. She supported that, but she just didn't take any of this seriously. She basically took this as a joke in some way, because every single time I try, uploading of videos or getting views or getting subscribers, her reaction was never congratulate me, never. You know, in any single thing, in any single video that I uploaded, she never congratulate me, not once. I'm not even joking. She never did. All she does is just like she want more. She just want more. Oh, you have like 370 subscriber now. Huh. That's like a small amount, Ezra. Which, yes, not wrong, but I was like, can you at least congratulate me? Instead of just like asking for more and more and more, it's just so annoying, basically. And again, like I said, I will be pausing a lot, so sorry for that. And let's get to number two, and yeah, we'll see.
They put a
Probably
lot
gonna
of
pause
pressure
again.
on you. Another way your parents might
Yes,
be making you
yes.
unhappy is by putting too much pressure on you and making you live
Hmm.
up to their unrealistic
Well, not
expectations.
exactly great,
They may
but
say that you're the only good thing in their life, so you feel like you have to stay by their side and put their happiness above yours.
true, true.
3. They're emotionally unavailable to you.
Okay, so this is number three. Well, number two, they're putting. Wait. So number two, this wasn't exactly like happened to me yet, I think. Oh, well, they put a lot of pressure on you, but I don't think. Well, it kind of happened, I guess, in some way because my mom especially put me up a lot of pressure. She kept thinking that I probably gonna work on some big company or whatever. That thinking that yeah, I'm just gonna work on the big corporation, whatever, and make a tons of money and all that kind of stuff. And actually, pushing me to search a lot of friends and all that kind of stuff. Which I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm an introvert, and when I'm searching for friends, I'm looking for quality instead of quantity. Quality is better than quantity. Because what's the point if you have a bunch of friends but they're all dumbasses? What's the point? Better have like one or two friends, but they're like high quality. That means they support you, they're by your side the whole time, and they're on a team with you. And which I can confirm, I find two of them that actually very supportive for me, and one of them is actually helping me building the channel. So I'm really grateful for that. And yeah, they put a lot of pressure on you, which is my mom kind of did, my dad also kind of did. Not I always say kinda because there is some point that my dad support me, but there is some point that he kind of put a lot of pressure to me, especially in terms of like education and all that kind of stuff. Sure, education is important, but I'm not the kind of guy who goes to college, who goes to high school just to experience, just to sit there and listen to the teacher or the professor or whatever. And I was like, I just don't want to do that. That's just not me. That's just not my environment. And I'm not like an academic person. I'm just not. Let's be real here. Um, and again, I'm being honest with you guys. You guys might disagree with me. You guys might think that that's weird and all that kind of stuff. So sorry if you guys think that. Well, I mean, everybody has different perspective. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different mindset. So again, if you disagree with me, then that's fine. Everybody has different lives, so I can really judge people just based on their comments or whatever. So yeah, and let's proceed to number three. They're emotionally unavailable to you. And let's listen to Psych to Go has to say about
If your
this.
parents
The
act cold
person
and
of this
distant
channel.
towards you, you might feel like you can't connect with them emotionally or find it hard to be vulnerable with them.
Hmm.
This could lead to problems forming and maintaining meaningful relationships as you grow older. You may end up feeling disconnected from others in your life, which could spiral into depression. 4. Their presence
Yeah.
overwhelms you. Do you feel anxious and overwhelmed when your parents come to visit you? It's a sign
This is
if you
kind of
feel
true.
tense and uncomfortable and become less focused when they're around.
Uh,
There may be something wrong in your relationship with them if you always end up feeling emotionally and mentally exhausted afterwards.
hmm.
5.
That was kind of true though. That when I comfortable with when my parents was around, and especially my dad for some reason. My dad is pretty much neutral for the most part, but I just feel kind of uncomfortable when he was around. A little honesty here, guys. And there is some point that he just being so annoying, so goddamn annoying that every single time that I need to follow his rule, I need to follow his hobbies or whatever. Sometimes he does that, which is really just make me really unhappy. Um, there is moment that he doesn't do anything much, but it still make me uncomfortable for some reason. And I can't exactly explain why. Maybe because he was just annoying. But when he was annoying, yeah, I don't want. I feel very uncomfortable when my dad is around. But sometimes when he just doing nothing, just watching Netflix and all that kind of stuff, I still kind of feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. That's probably the problem that I need to solve. I guess solve, quote unquote. But when my mom is around, then pretty much I was fine the whole time. Unless he just being annoying, then yeah, just being annoying. But at the same time, he's kind of get used to it because moms. Um, so yeah, let's proceed to number 5.
They worsen your depression. Your symptoms get worse when your parents are
Yeah,
around.
sadly.
If spending time with them makes you miserable, that's a sign that they're toxic for you. Maybe they're too harsh and inconsiderate. Whatever the reason, it's okay to admit that you don't want to be around your parents and the negativity they bring along. 6. Their
Okay, so number 5, yeah, they kind of did that also. They worsen your depression, which is, yeah, also true in my life, I guess, for right now. That because um how do I say this? They do worsen my depression. Back in the day, they actually very helpful about it. But right now, ever since high school, basically, ever since high school started, now I'm going to college and all that kind of stuff. Because right now I was depressed, which is why I decided to react to this video. Because yeah, I was feeling depressed. I think my parents kind of hold me down, and I know some people would say that, oh, you're just a liar, or whatever. Well, that's what happens. All right, shut up. um, and yeah, they kind of worsen my depression, especially my mom. My dad also sometimes he kind of did that, but for the most part, it's my mom because she always feel that if I do college, if I do her bidding, quote unquote, that everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be hunky dory, everything's gonna be so much happier, that I'm gonna be a successful person if I follow her footstep or whatever. Not exactly her footstep, but she basically say that you need to do this, you need to attend college, you need to get a degree, so you can be successful and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like I don't have future plan for college. I really don't. I attend that because they forced me to do that, and I don't want to do that. And yeah, that kind of worsened my depression. Um, and every single time I try to be honest about my opinion, I try to show her that I don't want to do this. I'm so done with it. Um, and she just doesn't care. She just getting so mad that she was convinced that she was the right person. The right decision was made by her. And I guess the same goes for my dad. I guess for my dad, you can actually negotiate that for a little bit, but for the most part, he's kind of the same. you know, he thinks that every single decision that he makes is always the right one. Where every single time I make a decision, and especially my mom, when I make a decision, my mom immediately think that, oh yeah, it's gonna fail, it's gonna be a mess and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, if I was gonna fail, then what's the problem? I learned from that failure. Let's be real here. You learn from, like, you sure, when you try something you failed, but you actually feel that, okay, I failed, I know why, I know what's wrong, I know why I failed, then I will fix that in the future. And basically you get the experience. That's what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't seem like my mom have this kind of mindset. She always said that, because again, I can source any money, then she always sometimes insult me. I'm not gonna lie. Thinking that, yeah, you're not gonna be successful sometimes because because again, you can really search for money. You can actually make money for your living. Like, you're still depending from me, which is my mom and my dad, which is kind of true. I didn't actually find any money, to be honest. But I feel like but at the same time I was like, why would you say that? Why would you say that to me? Like, sure, I'm not funding any money and all that kind of stuff, but I'm working on it. And I actually, I don't know when I'm gonna making it. Hopefully next year, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, they do kind of worsen my depression, and I just, like, I don't know what to do about it. I really don't know what to do. I can be honest, because if I'm being honest, then they're just gonna, like, brush me off. Just don't care, and they're not gonna listen to you. And sometimes they might listen on that moment, but and the next day they're gonna bring up that problem and then immediately put that weight on me again, which is just like, oh my god, please don't do this to me. Um, and now let's proceed to number 6.
function rubs off on you. Like most people, the way you deal with your issues was learned from your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Were you taught good coping methods like talking out your feelings and reaching out for help? Or did your parents show you unhealthy ways to cope? If so, you may isolate yourself and struggle with controlling your emotions. You may be easily upset and tend to have emotional breakdowns, all of which are signs of depression. 7.
I do feel that, actually, that sometimes that I feel depressed, that I have this problem, but I just don't have the idea how to deal with it. Like, right now I'm depressed. I'm just decided to reacting to a video talking about depression, to be honest, which is probably cringy in a way. So sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one way to deal with it, just to talk about it, I guess. But I can't really talk to this type of problem with my parents because, like I said before, they're never gonna listen to me. They always brush me off sometimes. They always think that they always made the right decision, especially if I said that, hey, I don't want to go to college, I just want to do YouTube full time, and then others try to do it. I was like, sure, there is a risk, but I want to take that risk because why? Because I'm having fun making a video about it. And again, I have you guys to talk about anyway. So that's why I'm decided to make this channel. And right now it seems like I probably say this just to attract more people. So if it comes that way, so if you guys actually perceive the message that way, so I'm really sorry. But the point I made this video because I don't know, I feel like I need to talk to somebody, but I just don't know who to talk to. I can talk to my parents, like I said, because they just don't know how to give. Sometimes they give advice, but at the same time, it's the same advice over and over again. It's just not working. And when I'm actually have my own opinion about, my life, my future life, what my goal was, they always kind of like thinking that, I need to do their bidding first. I need to do their order first, which is attend college and graduate from it and get a degree. And then again, like I said, they basically didn't actually take this YouTube thing seriously, or YouTube job seriously. They always took it as a joke sometimes, took it as a side thing and all that kind of stuff. Which just made me really sad because I want to do this full time. I'm having so much fun with it and just enjoy talking to you guys. Even though, let's be real, I don't think anybody will watch this reaction video because it's probably boring to listen to. I mean, if you guys listening right now, then thank you for that. But yeah, I just don't know how to deal with my depression. I can talk to my parents. I just making a video about it. It kind of works because I talk to my audience, but even though my audience probably not gonna respond back to it because they have so many life problem on their own, and I don't think they have time to listen to somebody else's problem right now. Let's be real here. But yeah, I just want to make a video. Just want to talk about it. Just letting it out. They say that I'm not happy with my life right now because college is on the way. And again, if college was stopped, then I'm pretty sure that I can dedicate myself to this fully, and I can actually focus on what I'm trying to do and just be happy with it. And obviously, eventually, hopefully, it will be successful. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's jump to number 7.
Their mental illness affects you.
Hmm.
Is your parent suffering from a mental illness? A number of studies have shown that
Thankfully, no.
growing
Thankfully,
up
no.
with a parent who has a mental illness can affect you in a lot of negative ways.
Hmm.
For example, parents with narcissistic personality disorder are often emotionally and mentally abusive to their children. And those who have parents with depression are more likely to develop an anxiety disorder or depression of their own.
Hmm.
8.
My mom kind of have depression back then, and it does affect me because she has a lot of debts back when I was younger. I think I was like 6 or 7, I think. And because she was depressing and she was crying pretty much every single night for like a whole year, I think, because again, has a lot of debt and all that kind of stuff, which is why I'm living in an apartment right now because we can my mom has a lot of debt, so we kind of like we have to leave our house. Back in the day I was to live in a house, by the way, but we have to leave them because there's a lot of debt that my parents can pay, especially my mom can afford. So that's why we decided to move this apartment, which is pretty. Some people might say that, well, the apartment was messy and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, guys. I was happy here. you know, seems messy. I know my background is completely messy, and I probably should get a green screen just to cover it. So sorry about that. But yeah, depression. Yeah, has my mom has that a little bit, and I mean I experienced that right now, and even back in the day, especially when high school for 3 years. Man, depression is such a big thing back then, and I just don't know how to deal with that. I don't know who to talk to, obviously. But anyway, I talked about it in the last point, so let's move on to point 8 right now.
They struggle with substance abuse.
Hmm.
Do you have a parent who is a drug addict or an alcoholic? Those who struggle with substance abuse are
No,
often
thankfully
neglectful,
no.
unreliable, and emotionally unavailable.
Hmm.
They can't provide the safety and security you need growing up. They also have a tendency to turn abusive and cause their children to develop post-traumatic stress disorder or even substance abuse problems of their own. 9. They've become abusive. Domestic violence and parental
Thankfully
abuse
no.
can have a lot of
Thankfully.
damaging effects. Whether physical, emotional, or mental abuse, it can leave you traumatized for years to come. Once they repeatedly and regularly intimidate, threaten, or harass you, they're putting you and your mental health at risk. And 10. They don't help you overcome your depression. Even if your parents aren't the direct
Sadly
cause of your
true.
depression, they can still be making it worse by not supporting you in your struggle against it. They don't make an effort to educate themselves, or they just refuse to acknowledge your mental illness.
Hmm.
It's a sign if they discourage you from reaching out to a guidance counselor or mental health care professional. Do your parents show any of these signs? Remember to like and share this video.
And I think that's about it. So yeah, number 10, that your parents doesn't really help you overcome your depression, which is kind of true to be honest. Wasn't kind of true. It is actually true, especially right now, because back in was seventh grade is the last time my parents actually overcome my depression. Because back in seventh grade, which is the start of middle school, a lot of people actually bully me because why? I'm an introvert. I'm a loner. I was so different compared to other people in my classes, especially back in middle school, and I guess high school you can count that. But back in high school, I just don't give a shit about what other people think about me, to be honest. And but yeah, back in the middle school, that's why the first time where I experienced bullying and all that kind of stuff. People actually bully me because I was a quiet kid, and they just making fun of me, which is they still kind of did that until the high school, until 12th grade, by the way. Yeah, so 6 year. That's a long fucking time. And seventh grade is probably the last time my mom actually overcome a depression, that actually step up for me, that actually helped me to overcome a depression by supporting me and all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much the last time she did that. But when it started, especially in start of high school, everything's kind of stopped. You know, like when high school started, it's actually getting worse. I think I said this before. High school just getting worse. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing half of the time. And my parents is not even helping. Every single time I try to talk about it, they just seems like, yeah, just finish high school. It's only 3 years. You kind of need that for a job or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something that makes me fun, and just actually fun and make me happy, and you don't have to deal with all those type of stuff, can become like independent or whatever. And yeah, they didn't actually help me, especially right now, especially if I talk about like, oh, I don't want to go to high school and all that it's not high school but college and all that kind of stuff. And every single time if I talk about it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna say to me that you need to go to the college, you need to the education. I just spent some money apparently, and I was like, back in my head I was like, well, I never asked for this. I never asked for attending college. I never wanted to do college, to be honest, because it's just not for me. I'm not an academic person. I'm just not the kind of guy who learn education by going to like a place where I can sit down with a bunch of people, like 30 people, and then listen to somebody talking and explaining about that, which is basically high school and basically school and college and all that kind of stuff. Which I'm just not an academic person. I'm just not at all. It's just so goddamn weird, and I just really don't want to do that at all. Um, but if I talk to them about it, to my parents, then I don't think they're gonna listen. They they always think that they always make the right decision no matter what. They never actually sit down and listen to my opinion and actually think to themselves that, hey, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I should just listen to my son and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who actually experienced this. And I'm not saying that I have like the worst experience. Like I'm not saying that my parents like the worst parents out there. No, there is a lot of parents that are actually way worse than my parents. My parents, even though they did all this kind of stuff, they're still nice to me and they still support me in some way. They still support me, but in terms of YouTube, not really. They kind of took this as a side thing, and this just make me sad because I'm took YouTube very seriously, but my parents not really. My dad kinda, but my mom no, not at all, and that just make me really sad. And she just want to get me a degree and whatever, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to waste 4 years of my life just to do the same thing like high school again. I know college is way different than high school, but then at the end of the day, you just go to a place, a class, sit with 20 to 30 people in a classroom, and then listen to what the teacher or professor actually saying, and then just basically doing all these courses, different tests, different exams, and all that kind of stuff. With all the kind of stuff that I just didn't want to deal with it. I'm so done with it right now. At this point, because I experienced it like for like 9 years, actually no, 12 years. Elementary school for 6 year, which is probably the best one, because elementary school, middle school for 3 year, high school for 3 years, so that's like 12 years. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore for 4 years. I'd rather do something that actually I have fun with, I actually enjoy with, instead of just like, yeah, let's do this because my parent wanted to. But at the same time, I can't really talk to my parents about it, they never listen. They just never listen to me. They always think they do the right thing and all that kind of stuff, and it's just making me so depressed. I just don't know what to do. That's why I decided to make this video, because I just don't know who to talk to about this. And I feel like, again, I'm not expecting everybody to agree with me. I'm not expecting everybody to watch the video, but I just wanted to talk about it. I just want to get this feeling out. At least I can talk about it, even though nobody's gonna watch this video. Let's be real here. um because it's probably boring for some of you guys, or maybe some of you guys actually have the same problem, that you don't want to hear anybody's problem. You just want to get away and have fun. Then again, just be you. um but yeah, I just want to talk about it, and I mean, hopefully somebody watched this, but yeah, we'll see. We just see. um but yeah, I think that's it for 10 signs your parents are making you depressed. uh and did you guys actually have this type of this one of these 10 signs that your parents are making you depressed? Do you guys actually has any of that sign? Do you guys have actually have that, any of them? I definitely have several of them, not all of them. Like, my parents not a drunkard or alcoholic or whatever, and or abusive parents. Like, no, they're not, and they're not exactly putting grades above everything else. Like, they're not exactly do that, but they do put education above everything else. But and it's just making me so depressed in some way. Um, but yeah, like I said, do you guys actually have any this type of experience? I guess, well, not experience, but this type of signs, these 10 signs. Do you guys actually have that or experience that from your parents? And let me know in the comments below if you want to, and if you guys actually want to share some of your story. If you guys actually depressed, then I feel like you need to share, then feel free to share your story in the comment section below. I will read them. I will love your comments, obviously. Like I said, I'm not gonna reply to that, but I will read that, and I will heart that, giving you guys a sign that yes, I read your comments. That's it. And which is why, if you guys actually have something to share, then feel free to share it in the comment section below. Again, if you want to, if you actually wanted to, I'm not gonna force you guys to do it. And yeah, do you guys have any suggestion how to deal with this? Because right now, my way to deal with depression right now is just basically just making a YouTube videos. Apparently, talk about my opinion, and just in front of a camera, basically in front of a camera. And I know some people say, well, a lot of people watch a video. Well, yeah, that's true, but right now I'm just talking to in front of the camera. Nobody's here to actually listening to me and all that kind of stuff. Which is why I really, again, if you guys have any suggestion to deal with depression, or maybe you guys can share your story and share how you deal with that, or how you overcome that, then please share them. Again, if you wanted to, if you like to, because right now I just don't know what to do, especially college is starting in September, which I really don't want to do it. It's just so boring. It's just so making me depressed. It's just making me not happy at all, because I'm not dedicated on doing anything that college is actually doing. There's a lot of duties that college, the university actually giving me these past few weekends. But, and spoilers, I didn't actually work on any of the courses or the tests and all that kind of stuff. I just missed all of them. I just not paying attention to any of that kind of stuff, because I was just so done. I was so done. I just don't want to deal with that anymore. And I know some people will say this is a stupid video, whatever. Then, like I said, everybody has different perspective, different opinion. Then fine, I respect you. I'm not gonna force you that, yeah, you need to agree with me and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, everybody has a different type of depression, why they were depressed and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just hope that you guys, you guys respect that. That's what I'm asking. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. And if you guys want to watch the original video, then I'll leave a link in the description below. As always, make sure you guys check Psych to Go. I think Psych to Go channel. I think that's the channel's name that actually make this video. I actually found this video today, because again, I was so depressed, and I found this, and I was like, hey, let's make a reaction video out of it. And from that reaction video, I can talk about my depression and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully somebody will listen, and actually just, if you actually have different opinions, then just please respect it. Respect it. This is my wish that you can do. Hopefully you will do. But yeah, make sure you guys check the channel. As always, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys enjoy my reaction video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share this video with your friends or family. And if you guys decide to subscribe to my channel, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys can get notified when I'm gonna upload the next video. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Again, guys, hopefully you guys doing well. If you guys have any depression, if you guys want to share a story, then again, please share them in the comment section below. I will read them again if you wanted to. And yeah, and once again, guys, stay healthy, stay stay happy, I guess, in some way. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.